Hello, it is Karen. It's day 53 of my 100 Days of Making Comics challenge. I'm still putting shadows on this picture. I've been working on it for a while. As usual, I'm regretting my choices. So, just because I don't know, if I continue like this, the pages are going to take a long time, which, when it's done in the end, it'll look okay, but it's just going to take forever to get done is all. So, I've definitely put in more than a half hour already. I was catching up on some YouTube stuff while I was doing this, so here I'll show you. I've done these figures so far. And yeah. Hi, Zabethy. You made it. My computer crashed during a thunderstorm today. Oh, you got the Cricut to work. Sweet. Congratulations, that was a bear. Yeah, I even, like my OBS, I couldn't get that to work right away tonight because, it only took me a second to figure out what the heck. My computer, we had thunderstorms here and the power knocked out my computer, and so I had to set up stuff again, which was lovely. Yeah, are you going to do a video on it then? I'll just do all this, then I'll erase back into it. Oh my gosh. That Cricut better be blessing its stars, thanking its stars that you didn't destroy it. Oh my gosh. Man, it caused you so much heartache and headache. Wow. So, I've seen videos on making stickers before. Some people who've hand cut them out and some people who have like a Silhouette or a Cricut. I know the term like kiss cut and some other stuff like rings a bell, but it'll be nice to have it all explained. I guess I should do this. And this. This. That. And this. That. What the heck? That. I'll just erase back into that if I don't want it. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh, cool. Oh my God. Wow. That Cricut. Wow. I'm still like, like, oh. I'm surprised you didn't just go like, did you go drink after you were like, did it drive you to drink? Would have driven me to drink, and I don't drink anymore. Mm. Oh my God. Wow. That's fight or flight stuff, you know? You got so angry it caused your stomach to react in a primitive manner to get you out of there. Prepare you to fight. You're prepared to fight. So your stomach tried to help out with that. You're so upset. Wow. So when did you get that to work? Are you making fun of me? Are you making fun of me? Primitive in a good way. Primitive in like your lizard hindbrain shit, you know. Your ancestral DNA survive. Oh my God. Crap. You know. Wow. Freaking. How many hours do you think you've, because that's not just today. You've been working on it for days. How like many hours do you think this has cost you in time and sanity? Holy crap. uh, yes, you did. You were victorious. You showed that cricket who was boss. Well, that's exciting news. Super exciting news. What else is going on in Zabethi world? Oh yeah. Okay, let me catch up. You're getting a gluten-free vegetarian pizza as a reward. Yum. Oh, it knocked out all the power. It was only like, it was one of those annoying knockouts where it literally everything turned off and then everything turned back on again. So it was just enough to disrupt what was going on my computer, and then then I could put it back on, but still, it was like, dang it. So and of course the dog was terrified, so she refused to go out and do her business, and she's cowering somewhere in the house. And well, she's done cowering now. She's like stressed sleeping, and so that was also annoying. Well, this thing autosaves every freaking a million years, so I didn't really, and I hadn't been working on it yet, so it was all from fine. But it screwed up my OBS software settings, and it's just annoying. So everything's fine. I'm surprised we haven't had more storms. It's been kind of quiet so far here. Or the only thing, I mean, I would have been more worried about it like corrupting the file. Can you imagine? Oh, God. I suppose I should do a backup or something, but that would be way too responsible of me right now. Oh my God. Really? Oh, jeez. That would suck. I am a little tired of this shading, I have to admit. But, this, hopefully all the pages won't be as complicated as this one was with all these figures. Well, there are going to be a lot more crowd scenes coming up, so I guess I'm going to suffer more, but I'll try to just do an establishing shot and then let the rest of it try to fudge it, because this is killing me a little bit, actually. I'm getting really sick of it. I think I'm making some sloppy choices because of that, but it's okay. Or maybe I'm just getting faster. Or maybe both. Have you started working on your cover yet? Or just fighting crickets today? You're just a cricket wrangler today, so far. Oh my god. It corrupted the entire folder and the file folder on your external. Holy crap. That is the worst. Oh my god. Wow. Did you throw up? I would have thrown up multiple times. Now that's something to throw up over. For sure. This part didn't go. All right, I'm reading your comments. You tried to pay someone to fix it. They said there was no fix and the data was completely lost. It was for a huge assignment. Cried and cried. Aw. And then I started working on it again and saved it like everywhere. It never got finished, but it passed with an A because of the circumstances, the amount of work I redid. The teacher I had worked with every other day, so he saw immense amounts of progress from the first. Oh, yeah. You want to put out two videos tonight? Is that what you're talking about? That's a good thing that teacher had been so involved so that he could have seen all the work you did and then, like, instead of, teacher, I'm sorry, man, the computer ate my homework, you know, he actually believed you. That's a good teacher right there. He, she. Getting sloppy, getting sloppy, getting sloppy, getting tired. Well, other than this, my major contribution today. Okay, wait a minute. There's 2 contributions. I made it to the grocery store. And I cleaned the cat litter box and took out the garbage. So those are my major contributions to life today. And that's about it. Have I thought about doing time lapses? Yes. For a long time, I was kind of doing that at one point. I have, I didn't quite have the software to change the speed to speed. I don't remember what the deal was with that. For a while, I couldn't even stream because my internet was jacked up. And then there was something about, what am I trying to say? Well, because I use like all kinds of like bullshit downloaded freeware and stuff, you know, to do everything. And oops, I'm on the wrong layer there. And I don't think at one point, I don't think I could speed up my videos. I can edit videos. I have like stuff I can edit, like splice videos together with. So that's not a problem. But I don't know if I have something. I'd have to relook and see what kind of software I have. And it's been so long, there might be something else I can use now. That yes, the speedy up software part. I had iMovie, but I just could not get it to work for me. Like, it was such a pain in the major ass, and I hated it. Beyond hated. So I'd have to see what I have now, and like, you know, this was a couple years ago, and I'm sure like there's more out there, or stuff I have might be updated, or who knows. I could check it out. But that would like involve actual like effort. And this doesn't involve as much effort, you know. But it's something I do want to do, especially with like once the challenge is over, or with smaller pieces or stuff like that. I just remember from the first time I did the 100 days, I did not stream, and it was really difficult to do the videos like you're doing. You know, I had like cards at the front and on some of them, and I tried. I edited it. I edited out my, because I do lots of ums and pauses where I think, and I edited my videos down and all that stuff, and it was just, I just knew that I was having enough problems with my life and my motivation that if I was going to do it this time, I would just have to make it easy on myself and do it this way. So that's my long answer on that. I mean, I could record now and just put them like full speed. So if I was going to do a short, like whatever, but yeah, I don't know what was wrong with my version of iMovie. It was whatever came with my Mac, and I know it's been upgraded, so I don't know. I just had the worst time with it. It's sort of like you and your Cricut. And I said, the heck with it. I hate you, program. I hate you. And I didn't. I'm too cheap and broke. I'm too cheap and broke to buy anything, so. Oh, this is going to be awkward. I think this whole side of his face would be in shadow. Let's just put him all in shadow on here. Wrong. Oh, I can always erase it. I can always erase it. All right, let's see what we got here. This guy looks like Jack Nicholson. I don't know why. Yeah, it's more motivating to stream. Even if nobody was watching, like, which, you know, just because I'm doing it anyway. So I just stick the stream on. And, you know, if somebody shows up, that's fabulous. And I'm grateful. But if nobody shows up, I'm doing the work anyway. So I might as well just have the stream going. And then I don't have to do any editing or anything because it just... I mean, you know, I know that it doesn't promote views or, you know, people aren't going to sit through, most people are not going to sit through a 2-hour a live stream unless they're like really like your work and just throw it on in the background or something. I mean, I couldn't even stream for a while. I couldn't do any videos for a while. It just wasn't working. There was like, I had serious problems, and part of it was my internet and something else. We were paying for high-speed internet, but our modem was all jacked up, and God, it was just a disaster. So eventually I'll figure it out. But yeah, I was like really happy to get the stream fixed at least, because then, like I said, I could just... I'm up here doing the work anyway. I might as well just stick it on, stick the stream on, and Premiere Pro. Okay. Honestly, I didn't have enough, well, I don't know. know I'm putting a lot of detail into these people, and I know a lot of it's not going to freaking show up. I'm trying really hard to go quick and not, like, try to make it perfect, because, you know. Yeah. Well, it does make it more fun if there's somebody named Zebethy here talking at me. That's for sure. It's not as lonely in my studio to have friends hanging while they're doing stuff too. I think I need to just lighten this up a tad overall. So where's my erase? Oh, I'm going to erase you. Lightly erase you. It's better. So is this just part of his coat, or is it the part of the material, or is it an actual flap? All right, let's say it's a flap. A flap of raised material. It's pretty dark. I'm not going to do that. It's my airbrush. All right. Luckily, his plants are all black. That's helpful. Wrong guy. Oh, I can't stand looking at it up close. It makes me want to. It makes me want to cry. It makes me want to redo the whole thing. I must resist. I must resist the urge. Dang it. Get out of the way. I love this little boxy deal that comes up, but sometimes it comes up in the wrong spot, and I don't know how to move it. I've like looked, I've searched on the interwebs to see if anybody has like posted on about it, like how to move that little dealy bob, and I can't find anything on it. So I know you can turn it off, but I don't want to turn it off because it's very handy. But I don't like that it's always in my, sometimes it's in my way. It makes me mad. It makes me mad. Or as King Arthur would say, you make me sad. Yes, you make me sad. Come, Patsy. You make me sad. None shall pass. What? None shall pass. I showed that to my son. That movie. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get copyright stricken. He thought it was the funniest damn movie he's ever seen in his life, and I happen to agree with him. It is the funniest damn movie. Stop. He who dares to cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3. Ere the other side he see. What is your name? Sir Lancelot of Camelot. What is your quest? Seek the Holy Grail. What is your favorite color? Blue. Okay, go. That's easy. Stop. He who dares to cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3, ere the other side he see. What is your name? Sir Robin of Camelot. What is your quest? I seek the Grail. What is the capital of Assyria? What? I don't know that. Ah! Stop. He who dares to cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3, ere the other side he see. What is your name? Sir Galahad of Camelot. What is your quest? I seek the Grail. What is your favorite color? Blue. No, yellow. Ah! Stop. What is your name? Sir Arthur, King of the Britons. What is your quest? I seek the Holy Grail. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? What? What do you mean, an African or a European swallow? What? I don't know that. Ah! Yes. That's right, fans. I am a weirdo. Mm-hmm. You're full of pizza. Yes, your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Go away or we shall taunt you a second time. Gaily rode Sir Robin, rode forth from Camelot. He was not afraid to die, no brave Sir Robin. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. He was not in the least bit scared to be mashed into a pulp. or to have his eyes gouged out, or his elbows broken, to have his kneecaps split and his body burned away. Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. Oh dear. So what was on your pizza? I had rice checks for dinner with soy milk because I couldn't be bothered. It was good. But, you know, it was no pizza. I think I made that a tad too dark there, but I don't care. I don't care. Or maybe I do care. I made it too light now. Cashews, jalapenos, hot sauce, caramelized onions, sun-dried. Wow, that sounds really good. But it sounds like it would give me terrible pain. I'd have to take some Pepcid or Rolaids or something ridiculous. Uh-oh. There's a furry beast. What do you want, furry beast? I'm not going down quite yet. Oh, see, it's 1 o'clock. She knows now. See, she comes to get me at 1 o'clock. Go lay down. I'm not ready yet. It used to be that she'd come and get me at 10. Now it's 1. She says, it's time for me to play, Mama. I don't want to. I don't want to. Not yet. I want to get more guys done, and then I'll come down. Soon. Very soon. I know. Let me go for... I haven't even been streaming for an hour. I need to stream for at least an hour. 10 more minutes, and then I'll come down. Yeah, she thinks it's playtime. She thinks it's come let me show you all my toys and let me eat my dinner because I can't eat it without you down there time. Let me come pick through my bowl of kibble and put them out on the floor in the middle of the living room and then look at you and make sure that it's okay that I'm eating, and then I go back to eating some more because I am, you know, I'm a little dog with neuroses, because that's what little dogs do. They have neuroses. I'm a little dog with neuroses. I'll just use this. What am I doing? Why am I bothering? Now the song is stuck in my head. Yes, now it's stuck in my head. Ugh. I could work on, like, I could work on this all. I could like detail this to death like for a million years, and I'm just not going to. I'm not going to. No, 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 no. Leba, go lay down, please. I'm not ready yet. I will not give in to your demands. I don't give in to terrorists or small dogs. Or kidnappers. Or maybe just small dogs. I don't know. You're pretty demanding. Let's zoom out and save. Just wait till I try to do the background on this page. On this panel, I mean. Oh, cry. Watch me cry. I know, right? I do secretly hate myself. I don't think it's a secret. I think we all know. I don't even know if it looks that good. I mean, I don't think it looks bad, but I definitely could do things better on this page. Like this right here. This. And the drawing down here is freaking not right, which makes it not easy to shade because I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. So there, that's great. But, you know, like I said, I could spend a bazillion years on this and make it perfect, or I could just move on with life. So I still have to figure out how I'm going to do the shadows on the ground, and jeez, Liz, I don't know, man. All right, man in the back. Let's do you. Let's do you, man in the back, and then I'll probably this, like this, like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that, like that. I'll just erase back into it. Get rid of that, and that, and that, and that. And that. All right. Ready, set, bam. Fix, fix, fix. Sometimes it's just easier to draw this stuff in. Fix. Dang it, why? Why? What are you doing? Aha, I know what you're doing. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see. Yeah, but like I said, you know, you have a reason that you want to do it fast, and so and you have a goal, and your goal is no, that just looks like a weird scar, and you are. Why? Again, why? Why won't it? Crap. I did not give myself a goal of like a deadline, which, you know, maybe I should have. If I'd given myself a deadline, I would not have been able to choose the path I've chosen for this. I would have had to do the comic differently. So is that a gunshot or a firecracker? It's 118. I'm going to assume maybe a gunshot. But I didn't hear it clearly enough, so I'm not going to call on it. Yes, Doug, I know you heard something scary. Now you're going to go freak out. I understand. It's pretty loud, though. I heard it with my headphones on. And to be fair, it could have been a firework. But I doubt it. It's not the weekend. It's probably a freaking gun. You give good advice. Well, sorry. So, in my town, there are certain areas and neighborhoods that are impoverished. And when we bought this house, our neighborhood was not one of those. But then the recession happened. And we're still not a terrible neighborhood, but the violence is creeping our way. Gang-related, drug-related, which sucks. So here's a scary story. This was an isolated incident, but in my neighborhood, about a couple streets, like a street over and then up on the corner, so fairly close to, I mean, not on our same street, but the street next to us. There was like a bunch of people living. I don't even quite know the whole story, but basically there was like a couple girls there, and one of the girls' father, and by girls I mean like young adult women, young, early 20s. And somebody freaking Molotov cocktailed the front of their house, and it killed their father, who was sleeping in the living room on the couch. Now they knew, apparently, all I know about it is that they knew, the news report said that they knew the guy, so, or the person or whatever. So I feel like it was either domestic, like, some jilted asshole man lover, or drug related again. And this city is trying to address, there's a lot of young people right now with guns that are killing each other, and it's not like it's not okay, I'm not going to say it's not rampant, but it's not like I don't walk down the street in fear for my life during the daylight, or, you know what I mean? So it's not like Chicago bad, but there is a problem right now, and so the city and the community leaders are trying to deal with it, but it's not good. And it's usually not quite this far over into our neighborhood. It's a few blocks, like the edge of it is a few blocks to the east of us, but every year it seems to get a little bit closer. So yes, it is scary, and I hate it. And if I hear it, I call 911 and report it, because clearly but I never follow up, and our city has something called shot spotters now, which are actually pretty sweet. Usually when I call, the shot spotters already heard it, and the cops are usually on their way. But it does help if they like it when you call it in. But there's other parts of this area that are perfectly not troubled with gun violence. It's just that I live in a lower middle class income neighborhood. It was built in the 1950s after the war, and a whole bunch of families were raised here. In fact, the lady next door to me, she's still there. She raised 8 children in her house next door. Her husband is now passed. um, 8 children in this. We only have 1 bathroom, so that should tell you. We have 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom in a basement. 8 children. For God's sake, man. But it was a very Catholic neighborhood. Lots of Polish. It was a Polish Catholic neighborhood, and now it's a very diverse neighborhood. Most of the old Polish families are passing, and now it is a smorgasbord of all races in this neighborhood. And, it's good. I have good neighbors, but times are hard. And when times are hard, people do stupid shit and hurt each other. So that's the truth. But yeah, so I'm assuming if it was a gun, I haven't heard any sirens, and I bet ShotSpotter got it. And because we think we have a ShotSpotter on the street, one street over, not on my street, but I think there's one. And they are really sensitive. They pick up the ShotSpotters. They're like these, they're these audio triangulation things. So they put them in the areas where there's the most guns going off. And they will triangulate, on the location within like a minute or less. And then, the police will go and they'll know exactly where to look for the bullet casings. And because they know exactly like what part of the street the shooting happened and everything else, is pretty amazing. And like I said, it usually picks it up before the neighborhood people like me or whoever else hears it calls it in, if people call it in. So it's pretty cool. But the last time I heard 3 shots, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I called. And usually I hear them because I'm up like a freaking vampire at night, so I hear this stuff going on. The dog heard it and she ran downstairs and hid because she's smart. But last time I was like, no, nobody needs to call me back. I'm just reporting it because I'm like so blasé about it, which was really sad, right? It's like, no, you don't have to call me. You always have to give your name and number and everything else, but I always tell them, oh, I heard it from outside. I don't see anything on my street. I don't think it was actually on my street. It sounded like it was in the neighborhood somewhere. I heard it on the west side of the house because I'm sitting on the west side of the house. It sounded like it was coming from there. 3 shots, blah, 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 blah. Well, I know it's and it just depends on, like I said, the city and the town and the part of town you live in. Like I said, there's parts of town that are just not violent. But when you're, I don't know. But yeah, I am all for, I'm a screaming liberal, that's all I'm going to say, so you can pretty much guess my politics on what I believe on all this stuff. So I'm going to leave it at that. So. When I lived in Arizona, we lived in a townhouse. Now, that was a big city. That's in the Phoenix metro area. And on the weekends, every night, every Friday and Saturday night, there would be police helicopters going on by overhead, chasing people down. So I've lived in a few places that have had trouble. This is one of them. Just this part of town. Like I said, this part of town isn't that really. It's not. It's more towards the east of us because we're on. But it's it has encroached closer and closer over the years since we've lived here in this house, and that's corresponded with the problems in the country with our money and, you know, whatever. People are poor. So we actually like checked out this area because we weren't from here. So when we were buying the house, we actually like did a police we had the police do a report, like, so we could see what the crime was in this neighborhood before because our real estate agent wouldn't tell us because she said by law she wasn't allowed to. So we actually, before we bought the house, we did a thing. And the worst violence that was over here was like, I don't know, you know, there's a couple of like minor break-ins and somebody had like stolen a bike or something, you know. There was certainly not any guns, but that was like right before the housing bank crash in 2007. And so after that, you know, things got crap everywhere, and it hasn't recovered no matter what some people believe. So, no, I'm just waiting to make this whole shoe first. That's too shiny. That's not working either. Screw it. I don't care. Who's going to be really looking at his feet? Come on, if you're looking that closely at his feet, then you're really looking for something to zing me on. Oh, you lived in Chandler? How funny. Yeah, I lived in in the Phoenix metro area. I lived in Mesa, and I worked in Tempe and in Mesa. I worked for the newspaper there, one of the newspapers there that has since closed its doors. My husband also worked for the newspaper, and our coverage area included Chandler because we were on the East Valley, so we covered Scottsdale, Mesa, Chandler, all that shit over there. It's pretty funny. I got married in Arizona, in Mesa. I got married in Mesa, but I got proposed to and had my whatever day in Scottsdale. I'd like to go back in the winter. All right. This has to blend because right now it looks like a racing stripe or something. I don't know why that's not getting darker down here behind. Oh, there we go. Oh, something was wrong with it. I don't know what was wrong with it. It needs to be dark back there. Ahwatukee, that's another one of them. It was too freaking hot for me in Arizona in the summer, I gotta say. 115 the first summer we moved there. That was quite a shock. Quite a shock to my poor little self. Really? You have onsen Mesa? Oh, fun. Well, probably not in the section of town where the helicopters are going by overhead every weekend. So, uh, it didn't seem like that bad. I don't know. It wasn't that they were just like, it's a big. They weren't just like targeting my neighborhood, but sometimes they were over my neighborhood, and they had the searchlights on the helicopters going on. That was always entertaining and worrisome. But there's a lot of neat traditions on my side of town due to the Polish heritage in this neighborhood. So there's something called Paczki that I've never even heard of before we moved here that they have and Dingus Day. Paczki and Dingus Day, something that is a Polish, I guess, that I've never heard of anywhere else in the country that's here in my and it's not just now in my neighborhood, but in this town because of the Polish heritage. But like I said, we've got this neighborhood is now like a total melting pot of everybody. So, well, maybe in a few years it will be. Things can't stay the same way forever. Things will change. Things will get better. So that giant ass earthquake they had over there by Fiji and in Bali and stuff, to whatever. Did you guys feel any of that, or were you too far away to have any? I mean, that was a big ass 7.0 earthquake. I wondered if you guys got any, ripples from it where you were. Ah, my butt hurts in this chair. This chair is so old. It's like my office chair doesn't have any padding left on it at all. It's so old. I need new everything in this office. Whoops. Just stand up and stretch my butt. Is your wife from the USA too, or is she a native New Zealander? Nah, that does not look good. What the hell? You were too far away. Yeah, and well, yeah, I actually looked up where you are on the map, so finally. Cape Cod. Did she lose her her accent? God, I haven't been to Cape Cod since I was a little girl. Does she still have a Boston accent, or a Massachusetts accent, or did she lose it? Mm. for God's sake. Let's just do this. Reverse gradient, reverse gradient, reverse gradient. I don't know about this. And this lady's kind of far away, so. And I know I think this is a little bit too dark. Interesting. Interesting. So she has a little bit of one. Huh? So how long have you both been in New Zealand then? Tell me all your secrets. Tell them all to me. For I am nosy and I must know it all. Wow. They play Bacchus. Oh my god. She's 3 years. Did you guys, well, you guys have been together. So did you have a long distance relationship for a while then? I'm being so nosy. You don't have to answer this. You can answer this privately later if you don't want to answer it on the public. don't like this, Sam. I don't like this. I see. That's because it's not doing anything. Because it's not set to do anything. Because I'm a jackass. I'm thinking. All right. I think I still need to do that. That's better. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is an awesome, like that is an incredible, there's like a novel in that or something. And boo on that guy. What a jerk off. But I guess he did you guys a favor in the long run. All right, I think the rest of this is going to have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm fading. Sometime you'll have to tell me the full story of that because it just sounds like a great, like, you know, some people have like really boring hookup stories as far as like how you met your significant other, but that one sounds like it's got, that sounds like a good one. And I think I just screwed up this guy's pants even more. Ugh. All right, let's see how this is. Oh, jeez, I don't know. The levels are just going to be, I'm going to have to totally correct this. Wow, gosh, and it happened quick, huh? I have to fix this bottom panel. I have to fix the lighting on that dude in the back. I have to lighten up the face on that guy. I'm just looking. I'm assessing. I need to finish these characters, these two in the front. Then I need to do the background and the background characters. And then I need to finish doing the highlights and shadows on the top panel. I need to apply light textures, and I need to leave it and move on to the next page, and then do any last minute tweaks later after I've let it sit for a while. Oh, I have to, yeah. Well, you'll have to tell me romantic storytime details more later about what happened after you got to Boston, because I'm gonna bail. You can either text me those if you want, or tell me later. I can't help it. I'm nosy. I'm sorry. So, I'm a nosy. That's why I used to be a journalist, because I'm nosy, right? I like to know about people. I liked interviewing people. Much better than writing the stories. So, all right, so I'm out of here. I'll be around tomorrow. Have a great night. I'm going to go sit with my poor traumatized dog, let her know that it's okay, that nothing scary is going to get her, and then go to bed. So, good night, good night. I'll look for your video tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening all. Karen saying good night, good night. What's that musical? What song is that? It's from a musical. Good night. I don't remember it now, though. It's going to stick in my head, though. Maybe it'll come to me. Senility is a bad thing. Adieu, adieu. To you and you and you. Here I go. Signing out. Karen. Yeah, tell me on Facebook later. I probably won't. I'll probably look at it when I wake up, though, because I'm going to quickly get in one match, and then I'm going to go to bed. I just got to give that dog some time. I just, she's going to be sad if I don't. And it's our routine now. I just got to not do it for like an hour because it's already 2 here. So if I just play one match, then go to bed. I got to just control myself. Control. You must learn control. I must learn control. So, arrivederci, adios, tschüss, ciao. Guten Abend. Auf Wiedersehen. Buenas noches. Later, gator.